Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I hope we never have to see him on our screens ever again. Have you seen some of the comments that his friends have been making on people's videos? Oh my god. It's bad. Love Island UK Season 12, Episode 45, and it was the second part of the talent show. Connor and Megan got up to sing, and it started off extremely cringy. I thought, oh, they must be good at singing. But it wasn't good. I must admit though, they did pull it off in the end. I would love to be on reality TV, but as soon as they told me it was talent show night, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm fucked. Harry got up and done a bit of juggling. Do you know what? He didn't do too bad. Jamie read out loud. Now I know a lot of people will be thinking, oh for fuck's sake, he's got no talent, but let me tell you, reading out loud for me is a struggle. I absolutely hate it. When Shakira got up to sing, I thought, oh, this is what she does, is like at the weekend. She must be an amazing singer. Now listen, I can't sing, right? It's not, she wasn't really bad, but I just thought that she'd have been a bit better since it's her job. But she does sing to kids, so they're probably thinking she's spectacular. The Islanders had to vote for the winner and they voted for Helena. Well, fair enough. They then got a text. Ding! The public had been voting for their favourite couple, and the couple that had been evicted from the island are Blue and Helena. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And you know what? Like, I'm not even that bothered about Helena going or not. I am just so fucking glad that Blue is gone. I can't believe they brought him back. I can't stand him. I've been seeing all these videos, these comments that his friends have been making online. And I know that you don't control your friends' actions, but sometimes you can tell what a person's like by the way their friends act, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Helena's gone, wasn't particularly sad. It's not as if she was in a couple. And to be honest, I think she might actually be a bit relieved because now she doesn't have to watch Shakira and Harry together. Now, considering there's so many people out there saying that Shakira's a bitch, she even said tonight, I feel as if a weight's been lifted because I feel like I can't do certain things around Helena. I know how it felt seeing her doing things around me, and I didn't want her to feel the same. Did Helena do that for her? No, she didn't give a fuck. She would do things in front of people. She didn't take other people's feelings into consideration. So for anybody to say that Shakira's a bitch, then, you know, I suppose it depends on what you think a bitch is, but I don't think she is. For me, Helena will not be missed. I forgot to mention actually when Tony was doing her talent and she came out and she was like serving drinks Vegas style, and she says, here's to Love Island Season 12, the best season like no other season like it. And I thought, this has definitely been the worst season in terms of the way the men treat the women and the fact that the women are so dramatic and they can't stand each other, and it's just been nasty. Then they got a text. Ding! They were going to play a game and it was to see how well the couples knew each other. And I was very surprised by this game because they had to say who their couple would partner up with if they weren't with them. And Dijon said Yaz. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but we've seen the way him and Yasmin have been with each other. It's as if they hate each other, right? So I don't really understand, especially after the kissing contest. It's so bizarre to me. And then she thought that the question was about who she would couple up with, and she wrote Dijon. So when Jamie asked her about it, he was a bit annoyed, and he says, like, he'd kind of let you go at each other. You wouldn't think that you'd be interested. But I don't know if maybe she's saying Dijon as in terms of, like, how he looks, because it can't be for his personality. I don't really understand why Jamie was annoyed, because he had to write down who he would be coupled up with if he wasn't with Yasmin. Aye, okay, it might hurt your feelings, but he's maybe thinking, like, why are they making everybody think they hate each other and they secretly like each other? It's a bit weird. A couple of times throughout the game, we heard Tony say, no cheating, guys, and then after it, she was saying, oh, do you think that Meg and Dijon were like trying to cheat through like eye contact or whatever, like they were so desperate to win, and there wasn't even a prize. And she says, oh, they want to look like the favourite couple. Now, I quite liked the game. I liked that it was bringing up some things that were quite dramatic, but some of it was just quite fun, like what's your partner's love language, and they were also still getting to know each other through the game as well. It's been a while since we've seen them arguing, but once again, Meg is not happy with Dijon, and she's like, why did you say that you'd be coupled up with Yasmin? Why would she be your number one if it wasn't me? It started a whole thing. And he says, I told you before that she would be my number one. Now, we have actually seen him telling her this, right? I remember the conversation. And she's like, no, you didn't, no, you didn't. Why does it really matter, right? I know it's hurting her feelings because of the whole drama at the start and the whole threesome situation. But at this point, you're better off just letting it go, to be honest. And when he was trying to speak to her, in his defence, she was speaking over him constantly. And he's like, you're not letting me speak, you're not letting me explain, you're not letting me talk. And then when she went to speak later, and he spoke, she's like, oh, you're speaking over me. And I was just like, Meg is a fucking arsehole. She is an arsehole. Now listen, I don't even really like Dijon that much, but she wasn't letting him speak, and at the end of the day, he was just being honest, and it was a game, do you know what I mean? And it just goes to show you that she's not really changed. She's like, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, but she's still got like this insecurity because he says that he would be coupled up with Yaz. And this is why people online are saying, oh, she's sitting saying, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, but that doesn't change him. He's still a skis bag. That being said, I like the fact that he was honest about it. Now, in reality, could you see Dijon and Yaz being together? No chance. In this episode as well, they got their babies. Now, normally this is an episode that I hate. I like the fact that they didn't make it the whole episode. It was just a short bit, and it went in quickly, and it was fine. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like too much. Yaz was like, I didn't ask for this life. This is not the life I want. 100% me. 100%. I'd be saying, look, we don't live in America. I've got the freedom of choice here, and I choose not to have this. Okay? Take it away. The one thing that I love about them having babies, and it's the most random thing, I don't know why I love it so much, but if you've got a mixed race couple, like on Love Island USA, there was a couple and the two of them were black, and their baby was like really dark skin, and then they had a couple and one of them was black and one of them was white, and the baby was black but it was like lighter black, right? And I just love it. I love it. I love that they match the babies with their skin tones. Don't ask me why I think that's so good, but I just love it. I don't actually know why. I just love inclusive dolls, right? I seen a doll last Christmas. 2 dolls actually. One of them was in a wheelchair and one of them had a prosthetic leg. And I was just like blown away by this. I was like, wow, there's going to be a wee girl buying that doll who's got a prosthetic leg, and she's going to be like, oh, that Barbie's like the same as me. And I love it. And I love the fact that, I know that you probably think it's not a big deal, it's just a skin tone, but for a long time, people of different races and ethnicities and that couldn't get dolls that looked like them. I just love it. I'm on a tangent here, but it's the best part of it. So tonight you to vote for the most compatible couple. Surprisingly, I voted for Jamie and Yaz. I did. Let me know in the comments who you voted for, and let me know what you thought of tonight's episode, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!